Welcome back to my channel. We are officially in the home stretch. Day 70 is here. These past 10 days have been a bit of a roller coaster. But to be honest, it was more about having fun than being strictly productive. But we found some absolute gems along the way. We're also testing out some brand new high-speed filament from Snapmaker, and I've got a like challenge for you guys today. So let's jump into day 61. Starting off day 61 with something I can't believe I haven't tried yet, kit cards. I always thought they were just for kids, but this TIE Fighter changed my mind. The genius of a kit card is that it prints flat, which means it's lightning fast, under an hour for this whole sheet, and I use my flush cutters to snip the parts out. Followed the PDF guide on MakerWorld, and the assembly was a breeze. If you're looking for a 5-hour look on a 1-hour time budget, kit cards are the big brain secret. Day 62 was a return to my favorite, transparent PETG. I printed this Mecha Mewtwo, and while the model is incredible, the post-processing was a bit of a mission. PETG tends to be stringy, so after I removed the massive amount of supports, I had to give it a quick spa day with my blowtorch. Pro tip: just a light pass with the flame melts these tiny hairs instantly and clears up the transparency. He looked like a custom crystal sculpture now. If I get the right colors, I might do a full color version later, but for now, the Mecha Crystal vibe is winning. Day 63 is a big one. I printed this Hydro Vortex baby bottle cooler. You might have seen similar designs for washing berries, but this is engineered to cool down hot bottles fast. I tested it out with some hot milk, and the cyclone effect from the water inlet cools it down in about 30 seconds. I printed this in Snapseed Green PLA, which the team at Snapmaker actually sent over for me to test. They sent 2 1 kg rolls, and I'm genuinely impressed. Look at the surface quality. You can barely see the layer lines, even at high speeds. I just used a generic high speed setting in the Bambu Handy app, and it handled it perfectly. Huge thank you to Snapmaker for the support. I put links in the description if you want to grab some of this green for yourself. Day 64 was this mini watering can. It's actually a flower vase, and it's a perfect cute gift idea for someone's desk. But while I was printing it, I had a big brain thought. It's so well detailed that I wanted to see how far we can push the P1S. If this video gets 100 likes, I will scale this thing up to 600% and see if we can print a life-size version. Smash that like button if you want to see me waste a whole spool of filament on a giant watering can. Day 65 was another live stream print, the Twisted Ball Fidget. This Twisted Ball Fidget has been all over my feed lately. It's a 4-hour print-in-place model. To get that butter smooth movement, I use my secret weapon again, hair detangler spray. It's durable, it slides between your hands perfectly, and because it's printed in PETG, it survives about 5 accidental draws already. This one is pure fun, nothing else. Back to the SnapSpeed Green PLA for day 66. As a content creator, I'm constantly losing SD cards. This organizer is a print-in-place box that holds full-size and micro SDs. It's a 30-minute print, but the payoff is that satisfying click when it closes. If you have cards laying around on your desk, stop what you're doing and print this. It's the most useful 30-minute you'll spend this week. Day 67. I saw MakerWorld was running a hair clip contest, so I decided to test a simple design. It's entirely print-in-place, including spring mechanism. It's a complaint mechanism, meaning this plastic itself provides the spring tension. I did it in transparent PETG for some extra sauce, and it works surprisingly well. It's simple, clever engineering that uses almost no material. For the Naruto fans, day 68 was a Kunai fidget magnet. This is a two-piece design that creates the illusion that the blade is piercing right through your fridge. I used my AMS for a simple 3-color change, red and black, so there was almost no waste. I just glued in some strong magnets from my bulk pack, which I've linked below, and now my kitchen looks like a ninja battleground. Day 69. let's talk about Luffy. I love the Netflix One Piece show, so I wanted this model. I live streamed it, and nobody knew what it was until the very end because it was buried in supports. Taking these off was a nightmare. It took me over half an hour, and I'm still finding tiny pieces of plastic stuck in the crevices. He looks great now, but honestly, I wouldn't do this again. Sometimes a cool model isn't worth the post-processing headache. Learn from my mistakes. We're ending day 70 with the coolest thing I've printed in a long time. The Nanakatana. It's a banana katana. I used the green Snapmaker PLA, so it looks more like a plantain. But the mechanics are incredible. You twist the bottom and the banana peel opens up, and then you just flick your wrist to reveal the sword. Assembly was a bit tricky. I had to really study the instructions, but the final result is a big brain masterpiece. It's mechanical, it's funny, and it's a perfect way to hit the 70-day mark. That's it for day 61 to 70. We are only 30 days away from the big 100. Huge shout out to Snapmaker for the filament and to all of you for the support on MakerWorld. Check out the description for all the model links and gear I use. Don't forget the 100 like challenge for that giant watering can. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next 10 days.